Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Expensive Coins, the home of rare treasures and life-changing discoveries. If you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video because today we're diving into something truly special. We're looking at not one, not two, but three remarkable half-dollar coins from the United States of America: the 1974, the 1979, and the 1989 half-dollar coins. Now, these coins might look ordinary at first glance, but the truth is, in their rarest silver versions, or when found with unique mint errors, they are nothing short of extraordinary. These coins have become major players in the world of collecting, and today, we're going to uncover why they are so valuable, why collectors chase them, and how one of them could change your fortune overnight. First up. Welcome back to Expensive Coins, the channel where we uncover treasures hidden in plain sight. Coins that seem ordinary at first, but in reality carry the potential to change your fortune overnight. Today, we shine the spotlight on a piece that has fascinated collectors for decades: the 1974 half-dollar silver coin from the United States of America. Though most people may see it as just another half-dollar, rare versions of this coin have shocked collectors and the market alike, with unimaginable values that can soar into the millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that right. This coin has the power to make you a millionaire overnight if you are lucky enough to find one. The 1974 half-dollar features the iconic profile of President John F. Kennedy, a face that symbolizes courage, leadership, and an enduring legacy. Ever since its introduction in 1964, the Kennedy half-dollar has held a special place in American hearts and in numismatic history. But by 1974, something extraordinary had happened. Coins were supposed to be struck in clad composition, yet whispers of rare silver strikes and unique minting errors turned some of these coins into treasures beyond belief. Collectors chase stories like these because they live for the thrill of discovery. Imagine holding a coin that countless others dismiss as common, but in reality, you are holding a gem so rare that the world's wealthiest collectors would battle to own it. The 1974 half-dollar in silver, especially when paired with certain mint errors or proof-like conditions, falls squarely into this category. It is not just money, it is destiny forged in metal. Condition is always king in the coin world, and with the 1974 half-dollar, condition can mean the difference between an interesting find and a life-changing fortune. A coin in circulated condition might already command attention, but if you discover one in mint state or proof-like brilliance, you're staring at a piece that could be worth millions. Collectors scrutinize every detail: the luster, the sharpness of Kennedy's profile, and the flawless fields that reflect light like a mirror. But what really sets the 1974 half-dollar apart is the mystery of the silver strikes. By that year, silver was no longer intended for circulation in half-dollars. Yet, somehow, a few managed to exist, whether by accident, experimentation, or sheer twist of fate. These pieces should not exist, and yet they do. That impossibility is what drives their extraordinary value. A coin that shouldn't exist is a coin that changes history. When a 1974 half-dollar in silver surfaces, it doesn't just spark interest, it ignites an obsession. Collectors, investors, and historians alike are drawn into its orbit, because such coins challenge our understanding of the minting process itself. How could it escape into the world? How many might be out there? The fewer that are found, the more priceless each example becomes. The market for these rarities is intense. Auctions featuring a rare 1974 silver half-dollar attract global attention. Bidders push prices higher and higher, sometimes to levels that defy logic. But in numismatics, logic takes a back seat to rarity. Scarcity is the ultimate driver of value, and when the supply is nearly zero, the sky is the limit. Beyond its rarity, this coin also carries deep historical resonance. The year 1974 was filled with political and social change in America. The aftermath of the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal, and a country redefining its path. A half-dollar from that year is not just a piece of metal. It's a frozen moment in time, a reminder of resilience, and a symbol of hope in uncertain days. When you combine history with rarity and beauty, you create a legend. And the 1974 half-dollar has become just that, a legend whispered among collectors, a treasure that few will ever see, and fewer still will ever hold. It is a coin that sits on the boundary between myth and reality. Imagine for a moment that you stumble across one. You're going through a box of old change, and suddenly, there it is, a 1974 half-dollar that feels different, looks different, shines with a brilliance you've never seen before. Your pulse quickens. Could it be silver? Could it be one of the ultra-rare examples worth millions? That's the magic this coin carries. It turns ordinary people into treasure hunters in a heartbeat. The truth is, most people will never know what they have. They'll spend it, trade it, or tuck it away without realizing its hidden power. That's why education and awareness are so important. You, watching this channel, now know the secret. You now understand that the 1974 half-dollar is not to be taken lightly. And what if you do find one? Protect it. Don't let it slip away for 50 cents, because you'd be letting go of a fortune. Instead, get it authenticated, graded, and preserved. Once its rarity is confirmed, you will realize you're holding not just a coin, but a passport to wealth, freedom, and legacy. The 1974 half-dollar is more than an investment. It's an adventure. It is proof that treasures can hide in plain sight, waiting for sharp eyes and patient hearts to uncover them. Every collector dreams of a coin like this, because it is not just about value, it is about discovery, about the thrill of finding the impossible. This coin teaches us something profound. Fortune favors the vigilant. Those who look closely, who never dismiss the ordinary, are the ones who find greatness. And in the case of the 1974 half-dollar, greatness can mean millions. Even for those who don't own one, the legend of the 1974 half-dollar inspires hope. It reminds us that life can change in an instant, that destiny can sit quietly in your pocket, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. Collectors who have secured one know the power it carries. Their lives are changed not just financially, but emotionally. Owning such a coin is like owning a piece of history, a miracle in metal, a story that will live forever. And so, the chase continues. Around the world, people search through rolls of half-dollars, dig through old collections, and keep their eyes open for that one shimmering silver surface among a sea of ordinary coins. Every searcher dreams of becoming the next legend, the one who found the million-dollar 1974 half-dollar. The reality is that treasures like this are still out there. Not every coin has been discovered, not every mystery has been solved. And that is why the story of the 1974 half-dollar is far from over. This is not just a coin, it is a symbol of hope, luck, and the promise that life-changing fortune can come from the most unexpected places. That is what makes it one of the most valuable and ultra-rare coins in American history. So the next time you hold a half-dollar, look closely. Examine it carefully. Because you never know, your fortune, your miracle, your millionaire moment, might just be hiding in the form of a 1974 half-dollar silver coin next. Welcome back to Expensive Coins, the place where we uncover the hidden treasures of the numismatic world, coins that appear ordinary at first glance but hold unimaginable power to change your destiny overnight. Today, we are diving into the mystery of the 1989 half-dollar silver coin from the United States of America. While to the casual eye it may seem like just another Kennedy half-dollar, in its rarest and most extraordinary forms, it has been whispered to command values reaching into the millions of dollars in today's market. Imagine the thrill of discovering a coin that you thought was worth 50 cents, only to realize it carries the potential to make you a millionaire. That is the magic of this coin. The 1989 half-dollar is a coin that represents more than money. It is a reminder that extraordinary treasures often hide in plain sight. Many collectors and even everyday people have handled this coin, unaware of its potential value. But the difference lies in details, rare errors, special silver strikes, or unusual conditions that transform an ordinary coin into something legendary. These are the coins that shake the market, that make headlines, and that leave collectors in awe. At the heart of this coin is the timeless image of President John F. Kennedy, his profile a symbol of leadership, courage, and enduring legacy. Ever since the Kennedy half-dollar series began in 1964, it has captured the imagination of Americans and coin enthusiasts worldwide. By 1989, the design had become an American classic, but within that year's production hides stories of anomalies. Coins struck in silver when none were supposed to exist, or coins bearing minting errors that make them one of a kind. It is these rare anomalies that give the 1989 half-dollar its unimaginable worth. Collectors chase rarity above all else. When only a handful, or perhaps just one, example of a coin exists, it becomes a crown jewel. Imagine holding such a coin, knowing that collectors around the globe would battle fiercely to add it to their collections. Auctions turn into arenas of passion and desire, and the final hammer price can climb into the millions, shocking even seasoned experts. The silver aspect of the 1989 half dollar is what elevates it into the realm of the ultra-rare. By this time, regular circulating half dollars were no longer struck in silver, making any example in that metal an accident, experiment, or miracle. These are the coins that ignite the imagination. How did it escape the mint? How many exist, and who will uncover them? It's a riddle wrapped in history, and that mystery alone sends values soaring. Condition, as always, plays a massive role in determining value. A circulated coin may already hold some interest, but a pristine uncirculated or proof-struck version takes on another world of value. Collectors study every detail: the luster of the silver, the sharpness of the strike, the absence of scratches or blemishes. A single grade of difference can mean tens of thousands, even millions, in value. That is why careful preservation and expert grading are crucial in unlocking the full potential of the 1989 half dollar. But beyond the material and condition, this coin carries with it the weight of stories. Every coin is a witness to history. The 1989 half dollar reflects an America standing at the end of one era and on the brink of another. It was a year of change worldwide, the fall of the Berlin Wall, shifting powers, and a sense that the future was being rewritten. To hold a 1989 coin is to hold a piece of that history, to own a tangible connection to the energy and transformation of that moment in time. When you combine history with rarity, you get magic. And the magic of the 1989 half dollar is that it bridges the ordinary with the extraordinary. One day it is sitting unnoticed in a coin jar, and the next it is the centerpiece of a life-changing discovery. This is why collectors and treasure hunters never stop searching, never stop believing that the next great fortune might be resting quietly in their hands. The fascination with this coin is not limited to collectors, it also captivates investors. Precious metals have always been a store of wealth, but coins like this add another dimension: scarcity. There is no mint producing these rarities anymore. Each day that passes, the number of surviving coins shrinks, making the remaining examples even more precious. For an investor, that means owning something not just beautiful, but irreplaceable. What makes the 1989 half dollar so engaging is the element of surprise. Unlike coins that are famous for their rarity, such as the 1804 silver dollar or the 1913 Liberty nickel, the 1989 half dollar flies under the radar. And yet, for those who know its secrets, it can be worth just as much, if not more. Its obscurity is part of its charm. It's not what everyone is chasing, but what only the wise are waiting to discover. Imagine the moment of realization. You're sifting through old coins, one by one, when suddenly your eye catches something unusual about a 1989 half dollar. Perhaps it's the shine of silver where no silver should be, or an error in the strike that makes it unique. Your heart races, your hands shake, because you know you may be holding a life-changing treasure. That is the thrill this coin carries. The power of the 1989 half dollar is that it can turn the ordinary person into an extraordinary story. You don't have to be a professional collector, a historian, or a wealthy investor to own one. All it takes is luck, observation, and perhaps a bit of destiny. That is why this coin is not just money, it's a golden ticket, a hidden fortune disguised as pocket change. When such a coin surfaces, it doesn't just change the owner's life, it sends ripples across the numismatic world. Collectors talk, markets move, and the legend grows. Each sale pushes the value higher, each discovery adds fuel to the fire, and soon the coin becomes more than an object. It becomes a myth, a piece of folklore in the collecting community. Even if you never find one, just knowing that it exists changes the way you look at coins forever. No half dollar will ever feel ordinary again. Each one you pick up becomes a question. Could this be the one? And that question keeps collectors searching, keeps the excitement alive, and keeps the legend of the 1989 half dollar burning. This coin also symbolizes hope. In a world where fortunes can feel impossible, where wealth seems reserved for the few, the 1989 half dollar whispers a different story. It says that wealth can be hidden in your pocket, that treasure doesn't always announce itself, and that sometimes destiny gives you a chance when you least expect it. So what should you do if you find one? First, never spend it. Don't let 50 cents rob you of millions. Protect it, study it, and have it authenticated by professionals. Once verified, you will realize you are holding not just a coin, but a key to freedom, luxury, and legacy. The 1989 half dollar is proof that the smallest objects can hold the greatest power. It reminds us that true value is not always visible at first glance, but lies hidden, waiting to be discovered. That is what makes this coin one of the most valuable, most expensive, and most ultra-rare treasures in the United States coinage history. And that, my friends, is why you must always look closely, always treasure the coins you come across, and never underestimate the possibilities hidden in your change. Because the next coin you hold could very well be the 1989 half-dollar silver rarity, the one with the power to see. Welcome back to Expensive Coins, the channel where we dive deep into the world of treasures hidden in plain sight, coins that carry stories, history, and sometimes unimaginable fortunes. Today, we focus on a coin that might not often get the spotlight, but when it does, it shines brighter than almost anything else in the world of collecting. The 1979 half-dollar silver coin from the United States of America. At first glance, many would dismiss it as just another half-dollar, but those who know its true potential understand that it can be a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Imagine holding a coin that could be worth millions of dollars in today's market, a coin so rare and extraordinary that it could change your fortune overnight. That is the promise of the 1979 half-dollar in its most valuable and ultra-rare forms. The story of the 1979 half-dollar begins at a crossroads in U.S. coinage. By this time, silver had largely disappeared from circulating coins, making silver-struck versions a true anomaly. This is where the magic happens. When a coin defies the standard, whether by error, limited production, or special striking, it becomes a treasure. Collectors around the world hunt for these elusive pieces because they embody mystery and rarity. And with the 1979 half-dollar, certain examples believed to exist in silver or struck under unusual conditions can rise to mythical levels of value. Think for a moment about the thrill of discovery. Somewhere in a drawer, an old roll of coins, or a forgotten family heirloom, this 1979 half-dollar might be resting. Most people would overlook it, spending it casually or tossing it aside. But those with a sharp eye and a little knowledge understand the difference between ordinary and extraordinary. And once identified, this coin can command prices that leap into the millions, stunning both collectors and investors alike. The value of this coin isn't only in its material but in the rarity and mystery surrounding it. For collectors, rarity is everything. When supply is almost non-existent but demand is burning hot, the price shoots to unimaginable heights. And the 1979 half-dollar embodies this perfectly. Few people have ever seen or even heard of the ultra-rare versions of this coin, which makes them even more desirable in the marketplace. Now, let's consider its design. The obverse carries the iconic profile of President John F. Kennedy, a design that has been cherished since its first introduction in 1964. Kennedy's image alone lends prestige and dignity to the coin. The reverse, with the powerful presidential seal, symbolizes America's strength, freedom, and heritage. It is this timeless design, combined with the rare anomaly of its striking in 1979, that elevates this half-dollar beyond mere currency. It becomes a historical artifact, a collectible gem, and a potential fortune all in one. Collectors don't just see a coin, they see a story. And the story of the 1979 half-dollar is one of unexpected rarity, quiet survival, and explosive potential. Some of the rarest examples are said to come from minting anomalies, special strikes, or unique compositions, which makes them almost mythical in nature. The very possibility of such coins existing drives collectors into frenzies of bidding, and when one surfaces, the entire numismatic world takes notice. It is this attention that pushes the value sky high. Imagine a single coin, face value 50 cents, sparking a bidding war that climbs past hundreds of thousands, and finally into the millions. The air in the auction room would be electric, each raise of the paddle inching closer to life-changing money. The 1979 half-dollar in its rarest form can truly deliver that dream. Owning such a coin is more than owning wealth, it is owning history, mystery, and prestige. Few possessions can rival the impact of pulling out a coin worth millions and telling its story. This is why collectors treasure it, and why you must be extremely cautious if you ever come across one. Don't rush, don't spend it carelessly, and above all, don't underestimate its power. This coin is a silent king, waiting to reveal its crown when the right collector sees it. The 1979 half-dollar also teaches us a greater lesson about coin collecting, that the most valuable treasures are often the ones overlooked by others. While people chase the well-known rarities, sometimes the quiet, hidden gems like this half-dollar hold the greatest fortunes. It's not always about what everyone is talking about, it's about what very few even know exists. For investors, this coin represents more than beauty, it represents opportunity. Coins like these are finite, they can't be remade, and once they're locked in private collections, their scarcity grows. This fuels the demand even further. And with demand come skyrocketing prices that transform ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. Holding this coin is like holding lightning in your hand. It's unpredictable, powerful, and capable of changing your destiny in a heartbeat. Imagine showing your family a coin that could pay for a mansion, cars, or a future free of financial worries. That is the promise and power of the 1979 silver $50 when it reveals itself in its most valuable form. Even the condition of the coin matters tremendously. A circulated example may already be valuable, but one in pristine, uncirculated, or proof condition takes on another dimension altogether. The difference in a single grade of condition can mean the difference between thousands and millions. That's why collectors obsess over every tiny detail, every scratch, every gleam of luster. The aura of mystery surrounding the 1979 $50 adds to its appeal. Very few coins in the world can combine obscurity and fame in the way this one does. It is a coin you don't hear about every day, and yet when its name surfaces in collector circles, it is spoken with reverence, almost like a legend. And legends, when proven true, become priceless. Auction houses have whispered of jaw-dropping sales, collectors have told stories of unexpected finds, and the buzz continues to grow. Whether myth or reality, the possibility that this coin can appear is what keeps the fire burning in the hearts of treasure seekers everywhere. This coin is not just money, it's a piece of destiny. It carries with it the weight of history, the thrill of chance, and the promise of wealth. It stands as proof that sometimes, fortune really does favor the bold and the observant. So, my friends, if you ever find a 1979 $50 silver coin, treat it with respect. Don't spend it at face value, don't rush to sell it cheaply, and don't doubt its potential. Hold it, study it, and understand that it might just be the key to unlocking a millionaire's life. Coins like these are the heartbeat of the collecting world, and their stories will outlive us all. The 1979 $50 may be small in size, but in meaning and value, it is larger than life itself. And with that, we come to the close of this incredible journey into the story of one of America's most valuable and ultra-rare treasures. Stay tuned, because every coin has a story, and every story might just change your fortune.